Okay, welcome all of you here once again. Just a sec. In another session, and yes, I hope all of you know. I hope all of you know that SSC CGL is out. I would say the notification is out, and it starts next week. All the best from my side to all of you. Prepare yourself that you have for last months or years and give your best. Something that is new to you is going to be new for everyone. So don't be too much worried about that. Much too worried about that. Before I start, let me just show you that the new interface is live at Oliveboard before you appear in the examination. Finally, do have enough practice so that the new interface shouldn't be new to you. We start, but yes, let me inform on Teachers Day, which is tomorrow. You have this T-Day offer, flat 57% off on all SSC course subscriptions, batches, mocks, everything here. And yes, for SSC CGL Tier 1, you have this new interface live here, which you must be accustomed to, addicted to, yes, where some changes have been introduced. The questions here, segments here, up above in place of they were down below here, and zoom in zoom out feature introduced. Okay, get accustomed to this, and then all the best from my side to all of you appearing in SSC CGL 2025 examination. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead. Let's start. So this is the first test is free. One can go through this. One should go through this if you haven't so far. What's in store for us? This is pretty new, I would say, much better than the previous mocks we have had, having variations new from my side. Stay connected and check everything. Okay, new pattern based. Check all the questions. Here we go. And welcome all of you watching it live. Priya, Invincible, Nancy, Jai Janendra, Bubbly, Wrinkle, Nitish, Neha, Gunjana, Vijit, Neha, Saloni, Amrita, heartily welcome. Renu. After the word several, how can you have a singular noun? Finished. And yes, if you want to make it better, you can drop BEING here. Members unavailable, members who were unavailable. Being unavailable will show a continuous process. It doesn't make sense. All in all, fraction C. The committee decided to postpone the meeting because several members were unavailable. Several member, done. Blunder. Owing to, due to, because of, all correct. Yes, preposition, participle preposition, owing to, due to, because of, Welcome, Isha. Owing to, not owing alone. Radhe Radhe, Saloni. Radhe Radhe. Lovely. Absolutely. What is the meaning of the phrasal verb pass over? Seems like passed. I passed. But this is pass over. And when you pass, just like bridge, you pass over something, you are here, over the river, you don't consider the river, you ignore it. Otherwise, there is a river, I can't pass. Don't worry, we'll pass over it. So we will ignore it, won't consider that there is river flowing, water flowing, such. To postpone the promotion, it doesn't mean to postpone. To deliberately ignore and not consider, that's the meaning of pass over. Transfer, nope. Suspend, no. Ignore. Pass over, imagine this. You are crossing a river, you pass over the bridge. Done. Ignore, I would say. Shreya, it can't be D because it's not using the idiom idiomatically. It's using the words in the literal sense. Absolutely. Is to deal, you answer. The next one. Thank you. Shikha, it must be there. Problem. Just like we have this casual attitude, whatever happens, we'll see that. Don't worry about that. I'll see that. We have this attitude. We will cross the bridge when we come to it, or when it comes. When it comes. So whenever we come across a situation, we will handle that. Shouldn't be thinking about that right now, but it is for problems or such negative outcomes, not for good things like job offer, cross the bridge when you come to it. Cross the bridge when you come to it. Idiom meaning you shouldn't worry or make plans for a problem. Exactly, Nitish. In Hindi, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. Until it actually happens or becomes a necessary issue to deal with. Whatever happens, I'll see that. Don't worry about that. We'll see that when it comes. So it should be come rain or shine is different. Come rain or shine is having enthusiasm, that commitment. I will work hard. I will qualify the examination come rain or shine. Whatever happens, I'll do that. That will be opposite, I would say. It shows commitment. It shows dedication. It shows that procrastinating mode. No problem, will happen. We'll see that. Don't worry about that. So if you say it here, he decided to cross the bridge when he comes to it after receiving the job offer. He got selected. There is no problem. There is no problem here in the first one. She always crosses bridges before she comes to them, which causes unnecessary worry. But this is comes to always crosses bridges when he comes to them, which causes unnecessary worry. Fine. We will cross the bridge when we come to it. No point worrying about this now. It makes sense. Need not worry about that now. We'll discuss that later. It mentions the worry, but not discussing it now here. And this is not using the idiom in the idiomatic sense. Doubts welcome. If you spill the beans, you reveal the secret. So he decided to spill the beans, reveal the secret about what he saw that night. Fine. Chef spilled the beans, not the idiomatic use. She collected the spilled beans from the garden, not the idiomatic use. And he spilled the beans while cooking dinner, not the idiomatic sense. Yes, you got it, Invincible. B is not that appropriate. Agree, B is also giving the same sense, but no need to worry about that now. We'll see that later. So that now point is mentioned clearly in the third one. So that makes it the more appropriate choice, right? Yes, more appropriate. Of course. Laconic. Okay, you answer both these. I'll explain them. Priya. Neha. You are correct. The minister's laconic response, small, using few words. You want the antonym of that. Brief, synonym. Terse, synonym. Concise, synonym. In a nutshell, synonym. Verbose, garrulous, using more words than necessary, the antonym. Her mendacious account of the incident was quickly exposed by the evidence. Now, mendacious is false, deceitful, deceptive, that's the meaning. Fabricated is false, misleading is also negative, truthful, the only positive in the options. Concocted. Laconic, pithy. Aphrostic. Shivam. Priya. Need not say I make my mocks myself. Perfect, Aman. Perfect, brother. Okay. Cogent impressive, compelling. When you speak, people want to listen to you. So is a positive word. Synonym of that: weak, irrelevant, confusing, compelling. When your words are impressive, that way. Okay, whatever this is, she's correct. The old mansion has a atmosphere that made the visitors uncomfortable. So whatever it is should have a negative tone. Cheerful, positive. Bright, positive. Welcoming, positive. In examinations, we have to follow the same elimination. In case we, or even if we do not know the meaning of the word, I won't say it happens always, but sometimes it happens. Honestly, it happens most of the times. Please eliminate. The etymology says it means tomb-like or related to a tomb, but tomb is not that, is used in a positive sense, like aggravate from grave. So it is gloomy or sad, you know the synonyms, depressed and such. So the sad atmosphere which makes the visitors uncomfortable. So gloomy is the correct word here, but I marked the etymology. You can remember both. Say cultural. Now, sipper cultural. Okay, next. Here comes the difficult part. Get ready for any variation which comes. We are ready for everything. No one can take your subject. No one can take the verb, be plus V3. No one can take the object. The rest of the words do not deserve the importance. Just do that. Vedansh, good evening, brother, with the words you have written. Thank you. Thank you so much. Faster than the fastest, Neha, Priya. Great. I repeat, and you know this, create one sentence of this whole page, but the subject, the main verb, and the object shall remain the same. You can't change them. The phrases, clauses, additional words, no problem, drop them. The committee members, new object, are reviewing the time and tense, verb, present continuous. Being reviewed should be the answer. The proposal, the object. Rest of them you can feel where they are connected so that it avoids the ambiguity and gives us the more appropriate choice or the most appropriate choice. But the proposal that the finance department submitted last week along with all documents for this and that done. Members are reviewing the proposal. The proposal, okay, that the department, okay, yes, the proposal that the department, you can't drop the relative pronoun and the antecedent and such, no problem. Submitted last week is currently being reviewed by the committee members along with the documentation for this and that, no problem. Invincible, absolutely. The proposal along with the supporting documents for the quarterly expenditure analysis. However, there was a relative pronoun that the proposal that the department submitted, no problem, okay, is currently being reviewed by the members that the department submitted. The members did not submit, the members were not submitted by the department. You have changed the relative pronoun. Impossible. The documentation is the object of the preposition. Neither the subject nor the object, drop it, can't initiate the sentence. The expenditure analysis, come on, that's the object of the preposition, can never be the subject of the sentence. No matter how long it is or lengthy, the answer must be the same. Subject, verb, and object in the passive term. In the same way. Okay. She said, the architect who designed our new office building had previously worked on similar projects in three different countries before accepting this assignment. This should be that assertive statement. She said that the architect who designed past indefinite, past perfect, okay, who had designed their new office, our becomes their, no problem, building, had past perfect remains no change, previously worked on similar projects in three countries before accepting, this becomes that assignment, all perfect. Let me check the rest of those. Here, won't check in the examination because it's all perfect, no ambiguity intended. She said that the architect who designed their new office, the previous one is better, had worked on similar projects in countries before accepting the, come on, that is better. She said that the architect had previously worked, come on, the architect who designed had worked, the architect had. What about the clause who designed? You will mismatch it, no problem. She said that similar projects, come on, don't rephrase it, we have the best choice. Nitish. Good morning, Manish. Perfect, Nancy. Proud of you. Proud of you. Shikha. Having completed the project ahead of the schedule, the team celebrated their success. ING form, I remember, is either gerund or participle. ING is not infinitive. ING is not a prepositional phrase. It's either gerund or participle, but gerunds are nouns. And nouns in the beginning are supposed to be the subject, so there should be a verb for that. Swimming is a good exercise. Singing is my profession, and such. Having completed the team, you have a subject, so that shouldn't be another subject. You have a verb here. But the team had completed the project, so the team celebrated their success. It's not a gerund because it's modifying the team. Having completed, celebrated their success. Like being a rainy day, being a teacher, he decided. So he decided, subject, so that is going to be participle. Impressive. She wondered, I wonder what? Whether I should go there or not. So that's something I wonder. So she wondered, subject, verb. I need an object here which is equivalent to a noun or a pronoun. Adjective phrase, no, adjectives will be there for what? Adverb, you don't have a verb. Also, we are not modifying the way we wonder. Independent clause, forget about clauses like independent or dependent. That's the object of the verb. Must be a noun clause. But experience should be uncountable, Priya. I have an experience of 12 years. No, no, sir, I have two experiences of 13 and 15 years. किधर दिखेला लगता है? Saloni. I'm not defining myself, just defining the situation. I grab sentences from newspapers, from different websites and all, because I cannot create sentences on my own, can't create paragraphs on a daily basis. While grabbing, the one I feel is better for error detection, the one I feel is better for vocabulary, the one I feel is better, the whole paragraph. For RC, okay. So I made this sentence for error detection, but here I came across Passover. Not everyone must be aware of Passover is to ignore. Deliberately, let's create a phrasal verb sentence. So I created that sentence, the question of phrasal verbs, the second number question from the same sentence, from the same one. You have 30 seconds more. India defeated Australia, blank space, 1 run. India defeated Australia, blank space, 2 runs. India, Amrita not bad. Shikha hitting the middle stump. India defeated Australia, 27 runs. India defeated Australia, okay, any other country, blank space runs. So that's the problem. The actual statement was this. I am senior to you, junior to you, Nancy, if you remember. We had classes on prepositions. Remember, n number of prepositions we discussed in the same session. Your wallpaper. And by defines that difference. 2 years. You are older than I by 2 years. 2 साल ही तो बड़े हो तुम मेरे से. So that is going to be by. The difference in terms of India defeated Australia by 2 runs. The margin if I say. The most appropriate word here will be margin. So by defines that margin. Despite having experience, she was ignored for promotion. Who was promoted then? She was ignored in favor of someone junior to her by several years. She was ignored. Got the phrasal verb, Priya and everyone? So that's correct. And quite easy because not every question should be difficult. Fear of confined space, claustrophobia, agoraphobia for wide space, acrophobia for height, xeno for foreigners, aliens, unknowns. No problem. However, that margin is defined by. India defeated Australia by 2 runs. So that's most appropriate. Nancy gone. Shikha gone. Not everything that looks easy is easy. Okay, choose the most improved version, correct version. The reason why he failed was because, the reason is not followed by because. The reason he failed was because, the reason is not followed by because. The reason why he failed was that he didn't study hard enough. No problem. He failed because the reason was that you are stating the same information again and again. The reason for his failure was because, no. And choose the correct spelling. I don't know. The first one seems good. MTS 2024 as marked in the comments. Occasion MTS. Yes, 2024. It seems good, but is not. Occasion has single S but double C. Double C. You bridge the gap, remove the differences, and for policies, this is one of the formal idioms used. The new policy aims to blank space the gap between the rich and the poor. So we should reduce the gap, fill the gap, bridge the gap, not create or widen or build it. Perfect. The ancient art of storytelling has been practiced across cultures for centuries. These stories, which stories? P shouldn't be the first one. Elders would, I hope you know in the sense of used to here, gather children around fires. Sit down, let me tell you a story. Sharing stories of heroes and adventures. Now, these stories were used to teach moral lessons and preserve cultural values, both defining things of past. With the advent of writing, first of all, storytelling, not writing. Saloni, perfect. So with the advent of writing, many of these oral telling traditions were recorded. And now we can come here, recorded. Today, the digital media has transformed how we tell and consume stories. Still, the digital media has transformed. Still, the fundamental human need for narrative remains unchanged. So starting from past to present, chronology. And these stories, QP the perfect pair, all available in just one. Last. Despite the bad weather, the outdoor concert proceeded as planned. Invincible, thank you, but I'm honestly sorry because I have just one session at YouTube. That is, respect your words, I would definitely say, and probably can feel your words. $20 also be. Yes. So despite the bad weather, inclement is also a vocabulary word asked in antonyms, synonyms. The outdoor concert proceeded as planned. Okay. The concert was cancelled. It proceeded as planned. Weather was perfect. It was bad. Concert was moved. No, it proceeded as planned. It continued despite the unfavorable conditions. Correct one. Neither of the students, neither represents zero. Why have? Has. The number of applications that number has, each of them was. But yes, either you or I with either or, neither nor, not only but also, none but, verb follows the second or the nearest term. So I am responsible for this. Perfect. It took me hours to have such variations, the phrasal verb and that and that and that. It took me hours to create today's mock. It usually takes hours. It was extra today. I hope that was a good one. It's not over yet. Let's have this RC. Neha. Welcome, Mohini. No, it shouldn't be 7. Mohini, it should be 6. Thank you, Shikha. Mm, if done, showing questions in seconds. Might have, Shikha. I'll explain all at once. You can have a look. Great response from your side. Once again, would love to praise you because no answer is straight. It's all inference based, which is quite beneficial for us. Great. If I had a like button, I would definitely press for you. I swear. Need not say anything because all of you are correct, but I would still say he used to do the same. A supermarket opened. He thought, no problem, I will add something stories, and people valued his freshness, unique content instead of that packaged bread. So it's all about this traditions and values, okay, connecting with tradition. Fine. The baker's response to the competition suggests he understood price was the most important factor for customers. He didn't reduce or increase his price. It wasn't the factor. Supermarkets will eventually fail in small communities. The passage is not about supermarket, the passage is about connection with tradition, stories, rituals, and such, not emphasizing supermarkets and their future. Customers preferred complicated? It wasn't complicated, it was better. Don't use the word complicated. Personal connection, here it is, connecting with tradition. That personal connection with tradition could differentiate his business, and it did. Something unexpected happened. What happened? Where is that line? I didn't even read this passage twice, yet something unexpected happened. Some villagers did switch, but others began to value even more. So some customers valuing the bakery's unique qualities more after having an alternative, or even after having that alternative. So they valued it even more. Supermarket closed down, baker reducing his prices, he didn't. Children, not mentioned in the passage. In that way, okay. The author's tone towards the baker's approach, critical, no, not criticizing, neutral, not the same. That's better to connect with tradition and all. Concerned about his financial future, appreciative of his adaptive wisdom, bringing stories, the additional narrative. What can be inferred about the villagers who continued buying from the bakery? They were wealthy enough, not mentioned in the passage. They disliked the supermarket, not mentioned in the passage. They were related to his family, not mentioned in the passage, but they valued experience, authenticity over just convenience. And the baker's transformation from a place of purchase to a place of connection defines, options are hilarious, how businesses must change their primary function to survive. No, he didn't change his primary function, he just added another narrative. Storytelling is more important than product quality. No, product quality hasn't been compromised. The tradition businesses always defeat modern competitors. No, not stated in the passage how adding extra narrative can enhance the value of your simple transactions. Perfect. Since time is left 15 minutes, we can have one more RC, and don't leave the session if you find it challenging. It's okay to accept challenges before the examination. No problem. Here we go. 25 done. Now heading towards 30. Manish. No problem. Don't be sorry. If done, thank you so much because some left, but you are still here. Manish. Priya, what's confusing? Please say. If done, showing the questions. And don't worry about that. If you need the slide, say, I will definitely show you the slide. For each and every question if you need. Yes, it was. Manish, your best friend, My camera went off. Let me change it. 5 seconds, please. It is still not visible. Hold on a sec, please. Now. Perfect. No words to praise. Two more to finish things off. Kajal Jama Kali Radhe Radhe. Done with a thumbs up from my side again. Daughter's transition from passive observer to active recorder suggests automation freed her from routine duties, allowing observation. No automation freed her in the passage. Father's departure created an emotional need to maintain connection with maritime life. No compulsion such, no need such in the passage. Solitude, she was all alone, combined with attention, look and see, can reveal patterns invisible to casual observation. Perfect. Scientific training is less valuable? No. The Yacht incident's resolution implies that traditional monitoring systems are superior but limited in scope. Maybe. They focus on standard patterns while missing location specific anomalies, as stated there. Require human, nothing such. That was done by her. They don't require human interpretation always. They are sufficient for commercial vessels but insufficient for craft, not there in the passage. The interest in her records demonstrate academic institutions. It's not mentioned she went to school or college or did some PhD. Superior accuracy of amateur observations, fine. But they define that superior accuracy of amateur doing for fun observations over professional monitoring, maybe that systematic attention, proper attention can sometimes capture, sometimes not always, what instruments miss, and that was done out there. They need to replace technical with human. No. Statement about the difference between look and see, you better know from grammar also. Visual acuity improves with practice and familiarity. That's not going on in the passage. It's improving with practice. Purposeful attention, look, Can discern meaningful patterns that casual observation overlooks. C. Fine. Sensational verb and that intentional verb. So purposeful. Perfect. Eliminate rest of those in the passages. Central theme concerns the limitations. No, 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 no. Emphasis was not about limitations, but her observation. How sustained, thoughtful attention can reveal patterns others miss. Perfect. That was there. The importance of preserving traditional knowledge. Nope. And accidental nature of. No, 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 no. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe. All the best. All the very best for SSC CGL 2025 Tier 1. Would love to see you here. Many of you, to be honest. You can download the PDFs of this session from your app itself. Go to the courses section, and there YouTube PDFs are already mentioned. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe. See you. Thank you. Thank you, Saloni, Priya, Mohini, yes, Neha, Nancy, Manish, Invincible, Neha, Mohini, Saloni, Bubbly, Aman, Nitish. Thank you so much to everyone here. Amrita, thanks a lot. Kajal, don't be ever. Jama Kali, Gunjan, thank you, Radhe Radhe, and everyone. Thank you.